We all love the sci-fi movie Lucy, not just because of Morgan Freeman, but also for the epic concept it shares. However, the truth is, we use 100% of our brains. But what if we weren't using it to 100% potential? What if we could achieve every goal we set our mind to? Today's video discusses channeling your mind's potential to become your most highly achieved self. And who's a better mentor than the owner of 5 multi-million-dollar companies and a New York Times best-selling author title? So let's see how multi-millionaire John Assaraf made it big in life and use his advice to unlock our full potential. But before I let you in on his success secrets, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Now let's dive in. Number 1. Differentiating between commitment and interest. Other than his 4 highly established businesses, Assaraf has recently ventured into NeuroGym, which, as the name suggests, uses brain training and modern technology to unleash the mind's potential. However, he doesn't need it because he isn't a good entrepreneur. Instead, he has ventured into multiple sectors, from real estate to mindset expertise, and succeeded at each. So is it pure genius or luck that got him to this point? It's neither. And this brings us to the first success lesson from Assaraf's life. He was a below-average performer at school. In fact, he even dropped out in grade 11 and pursued illegal methods to make money. But it took him 1 minute to learn something he couldn't for 11 years in high school when he met his first mentor. There he got the opportunity to answer one question: what are your goals? As a teenager illegally trying to make money, his answer was simple: I want to get rich. And it didn't end there. His mentor asked him to fill out some forms and meet him the next day. The questions were straightforward, like, what age do you want to retire by? What do you want to achieve? And he answered them as any other teenager would. He wanted to travel, own a Mercedes, and have $3 million, but that wasn't enough. His mentor then asked, are you interested in these goals or committed to them? You may think, those two are the same thing. Not really. If you are interested in your goals, you will achieve them only if they are convenient. If not, you will find excuses. But commitment is a different story. It will make you do whatever it takes to get the expensive car and big house. No busy schedule or sob story will stop you from finding your way toward them. So the first step in unleashing your mind's potential is differentiating between commitment and mere interest. And what's the second? Stick around to find out. Number 2, believing is achieving. So you have your goals written down and are committed to them, not just interested. But how can you achieve them? You must wake up every day and look at the goals you have written about. By reading your aims daily, you start to crack your shell. It took Assaraf a year to practice this till he was ready to get up and conquer his quests. Maybe you want to achieve an academic goal and you believe you aren't smart enough. Or you want to become a successful entrepreneur but believe you are bad at math. You must stop believing you aren't good enough to have all those things. Simply believing you can achieve something makes you put in all your effort. On the other hand, saying, oh, I'm not smart enough, lets you fall back on excuses. When you tell yourself you can definitely achieve something, you give it your 100% and will automatically give it your 100%. And trust the power of repetition. It is like subconsciously training your mind another tactic to start believing in your potential. Next up, I reveal how Assaraf started achieving his initial goals. There's some legit inspiration there, so keep watching. Number 3, learning to achieve your goals. Even though believing you can achieve your goals is the base of doing so, it isn't the whole process. For that, you must work on them. You can't bake a cake without putting in the effort and ingredients. The same goes for your aims. First step, you need to know how to do it. You may have the ambition, but also need the plan of action. So jot down all the skills you need to start getting them. Bad at math? Start practicing. Lack of interpersonal skills? Start having conversations. Remember, a lump of coal only becomes a diamond under pressure. So the discomfort you feel in achieving your required skills will pressure you into becoming your most skilled self. This is where you need to follow the law of GOYA, which abbreviates get off your ass. You must do this to start hunting your goals and achieving them. Next, we learn the difference between progress and perfection and which one to choose when trying to achieve your goals. Number 4, progress versus perfection. When you embark on a mission, you won't necessarily achieve it. You must never run after perfection. Instead, your focus should be on progress. That's what Assaraf's progress versus perfection theory is about. This way you will learn to disassociate failing from failure. Failing at one task doesn't define you. It doesn't automatically put you under the failure category. Instead, Assaraf calls failure an opportunity because you get to learn from it. Next, we learn what needs to change for you to become successful. I'll also reveal the biggest secret about learning, so keep watching. Number 5, train to change. When Assaraf started training people in the real estate business, he experimented. He gathered a group of random skill-level agents and offered them a course to develop their habits. And during that course, he made them read and listen to material that focused on training their subconscious. Eventually, those candidates made $100 million in profits post-training. Did he teach them different skills during the course, or some hacks that regular agents didn't know? No, he simply changed their habits and mindset. Your subconscious brain controls 95% of your actions, so training this part can exponentially influence your potential and efficiency. Number 6, recognize your story. The biggest thing holding you back from committing and achieving your goals is your story. This is what you tell yourself, the excuses you make to avoid running after your goals. When you figure out your story, ask yourself, who would I be with a different story? These two things will stop you from falling into the trap and unleash your brain's potential. Number 7. Empowering self-talk. Have you ever gained a few pounds during the holiday season? You may look at yourself and think, I need to lose weight. That's incorrect. When you lose something, you try to find it. So instead, you need to release weight. This is called empowering self-talk. Much of Assaraf's work is on brain training and development. He has learned from his experiences how vital self-talk is. Fear can take over when trying to achieve something new, something you never thought you could. Automatically, it is followed by self-deprecation, so it is customary to question your potential time and time again. However, the real battle is preventing such thoughts from limiting your ambition. Because emotions are triggered at the subconscious level, releasing neurochemicals in your body, fear is just the conscious neurological effect of your subconscious triggers. But what about this trigger? Assaraf uses the perfect analogy to explain how to react to your doubts. Imagine you are driving your car and a light blinks on the dashboard. Do you put a hammer through your dashboard to make it stop? No, because that light is trying to warn you that something is wrong. So what do you do with fear, the mental light blinking in your brain? Assaraf advises taking 6 deep breaths through your nose and out from your mouth. And this has been physiologically proven effective because you provide oxygen to your left prefrontal cortex and help your brain find practical solutions. The next step is to practice AIA. It consists of awareness, intention, and action. You must be aware of your feelings, senses, and emotions to navigate them. Then you must intend to move forward with your ambitions and achieve them. And lastly, your action steps should be small. If you try to go big, it will immediately trigger your stress and fear response. Using these techniques can help you progress with your ambitions without overwhelming emotions getting in the way. Alright folks, those were all the secrets of John Assaraf's success. I hope you gained some insight into how to master your brain and channel its ultimate potential. If you enjoyed and learned something, don't forget to share it with your friends, and I'll see you in another video. Take care!